You've been waiting for another sign. You've been waiting for someone to come and rescue you. You've been waiting for God to tell you something specifically. And what if God already gave you the instructions on what to do? Today, I want to push you to wake up because God is waiting for you to do what He's called you to do. Here's the reality: as a Christian man, as a Christian born again believer, nobody is coming to save you. And I'm not talking about soteriology, salvation. No, Jesus paid the price. Yes, I'm not talking about salvation in that sense. I'm talking about what has God given you to do on this earth. What has God assigned you to do? What has God placed in your heart for you to do? Nobody is going to come and hold your hand. Nobody is going to come and push you to do it. There's somebody watching me. God has already given you the instruction. He's already given you the plan. He's told you what to do. And sometimes we will allow fear. We will allow insecurities. Sometimes we will allow intrusive thoughts. We will allow all of these things to stop us from doing what God has called us to do. And the truth is, sometimes we push it off further and further because procrastination, Sometimes we just believe that we don't have whatever it takes to get the job done. We're not the only ones. I'm reminded of Moses in the Bible, where God had called him to deliver his people. But it didn't just start with Moses willingly going to Pharaoh and delivering the children of Israel. No, Moses had a process to go through. And Moses had doubt. Moses did not believe that he could do it. Moses didn't believe that he would be the one to do it. I'm almost certain Moses believed on the inside that there was someone better. There was someone more capable. There was someone that had less issues. There was someone that was more confident. There was someone that had more experience. There was someone that had more influence. I'm almost certain that Moses had all of these thoughts in his head, or excuses as to why he could not do what God was asking him to do. If you go back and look at the text, when God called Moses from that burning bush, Moses gave him excuse after excuse after excuse. Is there not someone else that can do this? Who am I? You see, Moses had a strange life. He grew up in an Egyptian home with Hebrew blood running through his veins. He was Hebrew, but he was Egyptian at the same time. Moses, he grew up in the palace of his enemy, Pharaoh's palace, Pharaoh's house. But then one day he had this epiphany, and he ends up killing one of the Egyptians because he saw them killing one of his people, his people, his kin, his family. And he goes in exile, running for his life for 40 years. He spends 40 years out there. And then by the time God decides to call him from the bush, he's 80 years old. So he spends all of this time running, creating a whole new life, trying to forget about his past, trying to forget about everything that's happened. And just when he thought his life was coming to an end, that's when God decides to call him from the bush and start his real purpose. But the problem is, Moses did not believe he could do it. God wants to get this message to you, to let you know that I am calling you to do what I've called you to do. There's a next level in you. There is something more that he's calling you to do. I don't know what that is, but you know what it is. Those things that he's placed in your heart, those things that you just can't let go of. You think about it 24/7. Nobody else can do what God has called you to do on this earth. We are all called, we are all chosen for a specific assignment, for a specific task, for something specifically that God has called and anointed you to do in your life. And I came to tell you that God wants you to operate in what He's called you to do. You don't have to be, yes, I can't lie. Yes, it's going to be some seasons and some moments where you'll have doubt. The greatest men in the Bible had doubt, but they didn't allow it to overtake them, to overcome them. They went scared. They went confused. They went not understanding all of the plan, but they went anyway. So here's what I want to do. I want to encourage you today. God has given you all the tools that you need in order to move forward in this next season. God has given you all the tools that you need in order for you to move forward in this next season. Nobody's going to come and do it for you. Yes, He'll send you encouragement. He'll send you word of prophecy, word of knowledge. He will send you all that you need. But at the end of the day, you have to make a conscious decision to say, I choose to move forward in the things that God has called me to do. Go uncertain. Go reluctant. Go afraid. Go not knowing what's the next step. God wants you to step out and to do and to fulfill the assignment, the call that He has on your life. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to do it for you. You have to do this on your own with God, but you have to be the one to make this step and say, Lord, I don't have all the details. I don't have all of the blueprint. I don't have all of the information that I need, but I'm trusting you to step out on faith and believe that your word is true and that you will manifest all of the things that you've said and that you've spoken over my life. And I believe and I trust in you that this is my time, this is my season to move forward in my assignment. Listen, if you are ready to grow, if you are ready to move forward in the things of God and you're looking for a community, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and type in the comments, I'm ready. I'm ready to grow, or I'm ready. I would love to have you become a part of the family.